Mobility WOD. It is the final day in the 14-day Mobility WOD Challenge. What we've tried to do in this series is give you some bookmarks about the ends of your range of motion relative to what we feel are the essential positions for your body. Now, when we go from position to position, we're going to capture all of the intermediate shapes, but these are sort of the end range, most full expression of the position. So if you are here, chances are you're also going to be stable here. If you've got a great front rack, chances are you can also hold something at your chest. If you've got a great press, you can do push-ups in any of the shapes. So the idea here is saying it's not that we don't find ourselves in other shapes, but if you have these shapes, it's been our experience in our model that we find very few tissue restriction problems as the limiter, and mainly motor controls the limiter. But in the meantime, this 14-day challenge gives us a chance to work our way through what we call the 7, I was confusing you there, right? Ooh, how many? 7 green lights. And so our goal and concept is work your way towards full concept around these 7 green lights. And it turns out that the gym is a pretty excellent position, or an excellent laboratory, because these positions represent the start and finish position for nearly every single move that we do, unless it's some kind of crazy freestyle move. Oh wait, it's still a start and finish position. So day 2 of our last Mobility WOD archetype is working on, again, the press, which is bringing that hand back into extension with some inter-rotation without seeing a horrible flare here. Now what we're going to do is we're going to start with a very simple mobilization we call the sink, because you can grab the edge of your sink and do the same thing. Now before, when we did Worser yesterday, we brought the hands back together. That we usually with the hands turned out. Now in this case, we've got the hands turned up. Roop tries to get his hands as close together as we can. That brings that abduction across the midline, opening up the chest, trying to keep the shoulder back, and work on breathing in this position. Slight flex in the elbow will allow him to unload that sore elbow in case it goes. What ends up happening is that people hyperextend their elbows because it allows them to cheat and dump into an internally rotated position. Instead of maintaining the rotation of the joint capsule, they dump the whole scapula forward. So this is our first position, and then to make this even more excellent, all Roop has to do is drop down and start to bring his hands up. That looks awfully like a basic yoga shape where I put my hands together and flex them over our head. Our problem with that basic yoga position of hands together, folding forward overhead, is that we find that most of our big athletes cannot get their hands behind their back, cannot straighten their arms behind their back, and then definitely cannot lift their hands up. Why? Because they have this thing called muscles and shoulder girdles, and it turns out they are stiff. So this basic shape allows us to scale this position. Hands go out wide, go wide. That's a scaled shape, and he can still start to descend here, keeping the shoulder in the back of the socket. Okay, so that's position 1. Fart around with that for 2 or 3 minutes, and then we're going to move to number 2. What we're working on here is the cervical thoracic junction. We've got the Gemini, or double lacrosse ball, and what we're going to do again is come into this position where we find that when athletes are stiff in the high cervical spine, what ends up happening, or lower cervical spine, and upper thoracic spine, is they get hunched. And when they get hunched, watch what happens to the front of the shoulder. So if I start to come to extension, I'm already hunched, I have no other room to go and bring my shoulder back. I've got to be able to maintain this position of either global extension or stiff so that I can actually bring my shoulders back. As soon as I'm stuck bent, we see that this ends up being a problem, why our friend like Mark Bell loves to lift his head up off the bench press when he benches, because he's so turtly. Yeah, I'm talking about you, Mark Bell. So here's the idea. Working on this thoracic spine, Roop is bridging up, really working on the first few segments of the bottom part of the cervical spine, upper part of the thoracic spine, side to side, bring his hands behind, underneath, playing with movement. The idea, he can even wrap his arms up here and hug and teeter-totter, but spending some time in this position is a crucial aspect of addressing the scapular mechanics, which allow that shoulder to come back, okay? So spend a few minutes here, and then we're going to finish with one of the biggies. So it turns out if your lats, the lateral muscles of your back, get tight, the dump for this is to swing the elbow out. So this is, when I'm pressing, this is a lot of lat engagement in the bottom position. All Roop is doing is bringing his ball or mobilization tool of choice underneath the lat into the armpit, and he's just going to snap back and forth over that lat tendon. So what this allows him to do is to address the global stiffness of this position. The lats get a lot of use. Imagine every time you run, or push up, or pull, plus keeping the back in extension, they do a lot of duty, and they tend to become very stiff. So just by winding this up or addressing the tissues, especially where the lat comes around the scapula, but certainly where it comes all the way down, pays huge dividends. The dump for tight lats is elbow out. Spend at least 3 or 4 minutes clearing this down on your way to a better press shape. Again, on that bottom position, show us on your stomach what that press shape looks like. So anything in this bottom shape, and scoot back just a smidge, get it over-exaggerated for the kids. Vertical forearm, this is about as much extension as we should have. Notice that he's able to keep his scapula retracted and his shoulder doesn't translate forward. Put your shoulders forward in that bad position. This is what we see as a dead giveaway that you're missing this key shape. Head breaks, shoulder ends up in front of the pec. We lose that crucial shape. In the dip, we mentioned the other day that when I'm missing this position, shoulder comes forward, and now the pec doesn't even work as a pec anymore. We start to see pec tears, etc., etc. This has been the 14-day challenge. By all means, this is not the end goal. The idea of these mobilizations we've shown you we've just cherry-picked some of our favorites to show you a template for a 15-minute intervention to work on these basic archetypes or bookends. Hope you enjoyed it. Go to mobilitywatt.com for a deep dive into all of these concepts. Check us out. Follow us on @mobilitywatt. Where else will we go to yet? And of course, what we're celebrating is the second edition of Becoming the Supple Leopard, which is out May 19th. And by the way, we call that the Panther edition. Shing. See you guys tomorrow.